Welcome to Let's Talk About It Buffalo YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hello everybody, welcome to Let's Talk About It Buffalo podcast with your host Anthony Stevens right here out of the beautiful city of Buffalo, New York, the city of good neighbors. Welcome to season number 8, episode number 3. Just before we get into our episode, we'd like to take this time to thank all of you who are joining us on YouTube Live and Riverside Live. If it wasn't for you, as we always say, it would be no podcast show. Thank you again for your acts of kindness and generosity toward this podcast show. Thank you for those who are following us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, right here on YouTube, and also Riverside. Again, we want to thank each and every single one of you that support us on a day-to-day basis. Thank you for every message. Thank you for every kind word that you are leaving on our social media. I wanted to say thank you so much to Mr. Umar Azam. Yes, thank you, Mr. Umar. He was doing his interview just a few days ago, episode number 2 in season number 8. I want to thank you, Mr. Umar Azam. Again, he will be back for part 2 somewhere down this line. But again, I want to give him a shout out and thank him for his interview. Today has been a very exciting day for me. Been very busy. I've been working on some new things. I want to just take this moment to invite you to follow us on all of our social media. You can follow us at Let's Talk About It Buffalo on Facebook. You can also follow us on Instagram at Let's Talk About It Buffalo 9 on Instagram. And also you can join us on Twitter at Let's Talk About It 1 on Twitter. If you want to join my personal TikTok, you can go to Prince Lamar Anthony on TikTok. But again, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a wonderful day so far. Again, I'm so excited of the Buffalo Bills winning on Sunday. Yes, it was a great game, great comeback game that happened on Sunday. I was so amazed with the Buffalo Bills and the things that I'm looking for this season to happen for our Buffalo Bills. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited to be on every platform that you can name. You can also join us on Spotify at Let's Talk About It Buffalo podcast on Spotify. If you want to check us out there, we do have a lot of our podcast shows right there on Spotify. Go there, follow us there. Also, you can be a part of our Patreon at Let's Talk About It Buffalo podcast on our Patreon. Also, you can be a part of our online merch. Yes, we do have online merch right now available for each and every one of you. You can go and check out our online merch. I'm going to give you all of that in the description of the video live here very shortly. We're going to give you that so you can click on that and order your merch for the fall of the year. We got a bunch of hoodies, and I tell you, this is going to become hoodie season very soon right here in the city of Buffalo. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm thankful for everybody who's tuned in right now. As you can see, we're videoing in 4K 60, and I tell you, this video is going to be very bright to many of you. Thank you for the comments that we receive on YouTube of the picture. I really thank you so very much. But today I received an email from one of our viewing audience, and they wanted me to talk about a very important topic. But before I get there, again, we want to take this moment to appreciate Riverside. I never forget about Riverside. Without Riverside, we're not able to put out these episodes. And because we're able to put out these episodes on Riverside and YouTube, we are so thankful. We're so thankful for their generosity on helping us put these episodes out right live right now. We're live right now on YouTube. I just want to let you know we're live on YouTube and we're live on Riverside. You can leave a comment during the time of this episode. You can leave a comment. But while you're at it, ladies and gentlemen, if you can do me this huge favor to support me, I need everybody's support that is watching me right now on YouTube. While you're watching our YouTube channel, please go right now, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notification bell that you know when we upload more video. We have more videos to be uploaded for you right there on YouTube. I don't want you to miss out on any episodes that we're doing right here from the great city of Buffalo, New York, the city of good neighbors. The reason why we are asking you to support us, we have some great things that are coming forth very, very soon. So we need your support. Again, we do have other guests that will be on our show. So I'm looking forward to having some great interviews with some great people that's going to be on this show. So I need your support right now so you don't miss it. We have a lot of great things coming your way very soon. As you know, we're just trying to do our best to get these podcast shows out each and every week. So we need your help. We need you to go and support us on our YouTube channel. You also can follow us right on Riverside. Become a part of Riverside. Just follow us there on Riverside and Let's Talk About It Buffalo Podcast on Riverside. Again, as I said, I received an email from a wonderful viewer who watched our a podcast show and did leave a lot of comments for us, but they wanted me to get into something for the next 2 days. For the next 2 days, I'm going to try my best to talk about this, and I trust that you will respond to what I'm getting ready to talk about on this evening. They wanted me to talk about, life in general. We live in a great city called Buffalo, New York, and many of you know about the area of Buffalo. Buffalo is just not a place that, is boring, but they have a lot of great attractions right here in the city of Buffalo. Many people travel to Niagara Falls and different places around the Buffalo area. But the individual wanted me to talk about life here in Buffalo, about my life here in Buffalo. I'm going to share that with you. It may take 2 episodes to share it with you, but I'm going to talk about my life here in Buffalo. Growing up here in the great city of Buffalo, I thank God for my parents, my mother and my father, who were not natives of Buffalo. My dad is not a native of Buffalo, but he moved here to Buffalo, and as well as my mother moved here to Buffalo. And I've been here all of my life. There's been many different things that I accomplished here in the Buffalo area, even in my little life. I, grew up with great parents, hard-working parents who allowed me to use the talent that God has given me to use. My dad was a hard-working man. My mother was a hard-working woman. They brought us together. Life here in Buffalo for me has been great. All of my life I have accomplished many different goals, many different things, and I'm so happy with the things that I have done since I've been in Buffalo, New York. Growing up, as I said, I grew up as a Christian young man, which I still am. Church was very important to my family. Family time and sitting together, eating together was very important with my family, talking and sharing the day as we had for that day. We shared what we did throughout that day. And that was great to be able to sit down with my parents and tell them how I did in school, or the different things I accomplished during the day was amazing. Being able to eat with my family and just enjoying life by itself, that was amazing for me. Being able to do that, being able to go different places with my dad, being able to go fishing in different areas and just enjoying, what Buffalo had to offer me as a kid. Some of the amazing things about my life, when I turned a certain age, I got my first job at 16, and I worked every single day of my life after that. I'm a very hardworking, dedicated man. And one thing my dad was, and I really stick on this, my dad was very hardworking. My dad never lacked in any of his work. He had a work ethic like never before. The same with my mother. My mother had that work ethic. I'm talking about some of the best work ethics that men and women could have today. I mean, my mother was a giver. She loved to give to others, and that's where I take that trait from. I learned it at an early age to give unto others. They taught me a lot of things in my young life. I learned how to play the drums at 5 years old. I played through grammar school. I played through high school. And many different things happened right here in the city of Buffalo. That was amazing. I played football, basketball. I did mostly what every young person would do. I had a very strict family that, church was the most important thing for me growing up as a child. My dad and mom took me to church, and they took me many different places, and I learned how to become a great citizen right here in Buffalo, New York. Just being here in Buffalo, being able to see the different things, growing up as a child with my parents. Also, too, I became a minister at the age of 19 years old. I started ministering. I went to my pastor and asked him, I said, I think God has called me to the ministry. And I remember the day, the conversation he had, he said to me, he said, son, you're going to lose a lot of friends. And I said, well, I'm determined to be the best that I can be in the ministry that God has created for me to have. And thanks be to God, here I am at the age I am. And now I'm an ordained elder in the church. And, because of my bringing up and my teaching and the things that my parents taught me, they taught me the value of a great life. We didn't have a whole lot of money, but whatever we had, my parents, blessed us, helped us become great citizens, helped us work hard. That's always been in me, to work hard and achieve goals after goals. Here I am now on my 8th year podcasting right here from Buffalo, New York. And it's amazing how, things happen for you. You never know what's going to happen to you. That's why this generation now needs help, and they need to know that somebody cares enough about them to show them and teach them and develop them and help them. I got taught by my parents, by other people, showing me that you can do whatever your heart desires, but you gotta work hard at it. And I worked hard at it. My parents was with me, my mother was with me, my dad was with me, and they taught me how to become a successful citizen. As you look around Buffalo, man, we talk about Buffalo. This is what this podcast is about. Everything talks about this great city. Many of you that have grew up here in Buffalo can just talk about some of the amazing things that you have seen in your life right here in Buffalo. We're getting a new football stadium. Never thought we would get a new football stadium, which is crazy for a lot of us. But, you never know. what will happen. There's many things in Buffalo. If you ever come to the Buffalo area, I advise you to go check out Niagara Falls. Go check out some of the great sceneries that Buffalo has to offer to the world. We're right next to Canada. We're right next to Canada. But again, ladies and gentlemen, right here in the city of Buffalo is where many things happen. A lot of things happen in the city. It is amazing what happens. But I'm so happy that I can take moments and times to share my personal life with the world. Not only, I grew up, but I grew up knowing what it is to live happy and free. I look around and I watch TV and I look at those children that are hungry in different countries. And I look at how my parents, right here from the great city of Buffalo, has blessed not only me, but my sisters, my brothers. I see how they provided for us. Even if we didn't have everything, but they provided for us, and we never went hungry. We never went hungry. We never went lacking. We always had the things that we needed to survive. Imagine what I'm talking about. When you're living in a city they have ranked as the poorest city in the world. They said Buffalo is like number 7 of the poorest cities in the world. But you got to remember, if you've never been to Buffalo, you won't know what it's like. Buffalo has many great things. There are many great people here in Buffalo. Hard-working people in Buffalo that get up and punch that clock every single day to provide for their families. Now imagine, man, waking up. My mother and father and many of my relatives went through the blizzard of 77. They went through that blizzard of 77. I was only 3 years old when that blizzard came to Buffalo, New York, where people were telling me that they were walking on top of cars because of the inches and inches of snow that Buffalo had. I mean, I'm talking about Buffalo, New York had. The snow. How bad it was when that blizzard of 77 came, where people said it was so much snow all the way up to their story windows. Snow was piled up. Buffalo came through so much. I remember when we had the ice storm. We had a huge ice storm. Man, you couldn't drive. Everything was bad. We had a bad snowstorm about 2 years ago. Bad snowstorm. We just don't know when tomorrow went in. My dad and them always talked about getting prepared for tomorrow. But you got to get prepared for today, because we don't know what tomorrow holds. And looking back at the life that my father, my mother, and my family gave me, it's been amazing. These many years of seeing what the blizzard of 77 done up until now. Just think about your life right now. Those who are watching me, if you lived in Buffalo, think about your life back then. How you gradually made it. A lot of my friends didn't make it. A lot of the people I grew up with didn't make it. But the amazing thing is, the ones that did, we're still here. This is our hometown. We represent the Bills. We represent the Sabres. We represent the Bandits, the Bisons, all of these great teams that are here in the city of Buffalo. These are the teams that we represent. Not only do we represent the sports here, but there are many great musicians here. There are many great barbers here. There are many great nurses and doctors here. There are many great people around this area that work hard, go to work every day, make things happen for their family. When the person asked me to talk about my life, when I emailed that person back, I told them, it's never about me. I'm grateful for the accomplishments that I have made, the contributions I have made in the city, but it's not about me. It's about the hardworking people in the area of Buffalo, New York, who have done amazing and marvelous things, who has helped so many people here. This is a great city. That's why it's called the City of Good Neighbors. Every person that lives in Buffalo, now you can't call everybody a good neighbor, but the ones that are good neighbors, you can call them that. This is why this city is named the City of Good Neighbors. Because the thing about Buffalo is you have so many good and wonderful people who don't mind sharing with you. The person that did the email was kind of almost like interviewing me because they wanted to know how my life was growing up in Buffalo. Man, I grew up playing football out here in my neighborhood with my friends. Had to be in before the lights came on. You know, just growing up, having fun with my friends. And I remember the times of going to school and everything else. You know, many things in between that was amazing. Many things happened for me at a young age. Was able to be who I am. This is who I am. This is what I love. This is what I stand for. Seeing other people happy. Buffalo has a lot of amazing things. If you've never been to Buffalo, I encourage you to come on and view Buffalo for yourself. See what it's like to come to this beautiful city. I enjoy being here. I enjoy doing the things I do. But again, we want to thank everybody who's tuned in to Let's Talk About It Buffalo podcast. Again, I am your host, Anthony Stevens, right here out of the beautiful city of Buffalo, New York, the city of good neighbors. Don't forget to join us Monday through Friday from 6 o'clock p.m. till 6:30 p.m. right here on YouTube Live and Riverside Live. You can watch this video live each and every time that we air our podcast. In the month of September, again, we still got a lot of amazing guests that will be joining our podcast show. I'm getting excited for each and every single person that joins our podcast. I want to thank all of you all over the world who are again subscribing to our channel. Please again like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notification bell to know when we upload more video. I am so thankful for the moment of sharing this video live with you on YouTube Live and Riverside. It has been a great opportunity. Again, join us on the social media platforms that we provided for you doing this video. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to email me, if you want to be a part of our show, you got a topic that you'd like for us to talk about, again, you can email us at Let's Talk About It Buffalo9@gmail.com. Let's Talk About It Buffalo9 gmail.com. Please specify that you would like to be a part of our show, or if you've got a topic you want us to talk about. Please, ma'am, and please, sir, by all means, email us at the email address that was provided for you. Also, you can reach out to us by phone at our office at 716-259-2964. 716-259-5654. That is our alternate number. So again, if you don't get our alternate number, I'm going to give it to you one more time. 716-259-2964. Our alternate number is 716-259-6469. You can all call us at any time that you want to, and we will respond to you as soon as we can. Again, we do have a lot of call values during the day, so we're not able to really get back to everybody right away, but we'll get back to you within the 24-hour period. If you give us 24 hours, we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Ladies and gentlemen, it is always a pleasure and a wonderful time sharing this podcast with you right here on YouTube Live and on Riverside Live. Won't you give yourselves a round of applause? And remember, join us again for another episode with Let's Talk About It Buffalo podcast. As we always say, remember, we are the city of good neighbors. Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe.